Wow. Wow. That is that is wild that you can't even achieve that. Sometimes the thought could be that there's one that's better than the other, and what you're saying is that what what's true to you, you can make it successful either way, whichever version is who you are. So you could be naturally yourself and still be successful.
Right.
That's amazing. And I also heard you talking about Zero and Rilla. Now, is this AI bot role play simulator? Is it also recording pitches at the in the in-home consultation and giving feedback and things like that?
It can. We have some smaller companies that say, "Hey, we do uh, use Plod,"
Mm-hmm.
and they'll take Plod into the home with them because at some point they can't really afford,
Mm-hmm.
Zero.
Mm-hmm.
And until they can afford Zero, they'll use that. And that AI bot that we have, they can download it into that, and it will spit out, how did that appointment go? It may
Mm.
not be at the level that Zero will give it to you. And so at some point, we do ask that you're going to graduate into Zero, because there's so many things that you can do with that you can't do with these AI bots.
Yeah,
But
different.
because the simulator is it's centered around simulating it for you. But you can download your recordings into that simulator, and it'll break it down for you. It's kind of the uh, you know it's for anybody that is just starting out. It's a good option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And it sounds like it's two different things. The simulator is very unique, tip of the spear, top 1%, top rep, right? Of of simulators. That is hugely valuable. You're not going to get that from what I've seen in the AI recording softwares. One thing that does make me think about is one thing that we highly recommend is using softwares like CRO, Real Voice, Plot is another one. Honestly, we've even used Otter AI, $40 a month. It'll record the pitch. It still has an AI bot that will go through 100 recordings and say find patterns, right? And so that's really cool for us. This is something that's unique to what we do. Is we recommend our clients and customers to do that for marketing purposes. So we can hear what are the pain points, objections, and desires today from hundreds, if not thousands, of homeowners, so we can find patterns of what to say. And then, for now, there's still not Neuralink in everyone's brain, so I can't actually read your mind. But sometimes when people see an ad, they're like, "Are they reading my mind?" And no, that's actually just really good marketing. And now we can do that more and more because recording pitches at the kitchen table is becoming more normal. And now we have plenty of our clients and partners doing that. And we love to be able to go through hundreds, if not thousands, and find patterns of what, hey, every pain points are different in every season of life. 2026 is different than 2020. It's going to be different conversations. So we listen to it for the marketing purpose. But now on the sales side, um, how cool to be able to have recordings of the pitches. Talk to me about that a little bit. Do you recommend home service companies to record their pitches, and how can it benefit them if they do?
So we recommend an app called Siro, Siro. And the reason why is their advancements and their ability to work with clients. There's a lot of them out there. There's one main one that we actually started with, and then we switched over to Siro just because, their ability to service the client,
Mm,
not just sell the client. So,
mm,
and so Siro has been really, really good. They're very accurate. We have found the accuracy to be very spot on when it comes to the AI, when it comes to the transcription of what happened in a house. Because one of
mm,
the hardest things to do is to determine which is the customer and which is the sales rep, because there's two
mm,
voices, and
mm-hmm,
many times there's three or four voices. And
mm,
so,
true.
the AI has to separate those. And it's like, okay, I think this one's the rep because he's the one asking the questions, and then this one must be the homeowner. And the reason why we use this and we use it so often is because it's like NFL game film. Can you imagine taking away if Roger Goodell comes in and says, "Hey, by the way, starting this year, it's illegal to use game film." I mean, I don't even know if the coaches would know what to do
Mm,
because that's what
mm,
they have focused so much on game film, and
mm,
when they're not coaching, they're sitting there watching game film, trying
mm,
to figure out what's our next play.
mm,
And
mm,
we now have that ability. Now, as coaches, we love it, but when we get it into these businesses, many times they won't take the time to use it. They
mhm.
won't. And
Yeah.
so, there's a lot of our clients, we will do it for them. We have a virtual sales management program
Mm,
where we will go through a lot of their recordings, and they're like, "Hey, this is the problem that we're noticing.
mm,
This is what you're supposed to be training, but this is what's actually happening in the house."
mm,
And the other thing that we have noticed is that they're saying the right things, but the way that they're saying it. And so
mhm,
we're really turning the tonality on. We're bringing that emotional intelligence piece and helping them to understand what true emotional intelligence is. Because
mm,
people think that emotional intelligence is just calming down. It just depends.
mm,
What does that situation call for?
mm,
And so, when we can bring that into that recording and help them to understand what's happening, how to get to the fact that, hey, they're dealing with a director. We bring in the platinum rule, and they're dealing with a director, but they're treating them like they're a socializer. This director is getting
mm.
really upset because
Wow.
they're saying what they want,
Yeah.
but they're going to still treat them like a socializer, like it's a party.
Mm,
you
mm.
know
Wow.
so they need to know who they're dealing with, how they're supposed to go through this, and we can do that through Zero.
Mm,
And the other nice thing with Zero is, or these recording, I think Zero, I don't know if the other recording devices do it, but they will tell you how to follow up.
mm.
They will
That's
say
great.
these are the things that were brought up about their personal life. They brought up Billy and
Mm,
his basketball game that
mm,
was happening after the appointment. You might want to bring that up in the
mm,
next appointment or during your
mm.
follow up. And you
Wow.
also will want to discuss this
Mm,
inside of your follow up. And we'd never like to use the word, "Hey, I'm just following up."
mm,
So it'll tell you what that script could be on how you introduce yourself and how you start that conversation out
mm.
right there. And so it really is your companion to not only sell the job, but understand how to follow up with it.
And for reps that are fighting the the new way, which is this is being uncoachable, right? You've
Mhm.
experienced maybe companies not adopting the approach. What's your message to companies and individuals, leaders, teams that are they're a little bit reluctant for this new recording of the pitches of the kids table? We all know. I mean, it's pretty clear. The logic is showing that this is going to be a good thing. Tell us what's a message to those individuals and how we can help them break through that limiting belief.
So they don't like Big Brother watching.
Mm,
They get nervous, but I need to let everybody know that the homeowners are doing it now too. If a homeowner's phone is
mm,
on the table,
mm.
I'm going to tell you, or anywhere nearby, 9 times out of 10, they are using Fireflies, Plod, or something else to record everything that you're saying. So
Wow.
whether you record it or they record it, there's a recording.
Wow. Never thought about that. That that is wild to think about.
We're seeing this more and more. This is another way when someone says we need to think about
Mm,
it. Either they really do need to think about it, or maybe what they're looking for is that opportunity to upload that into Chat GPT and
mm,
ask Chat GPT. So with this recording and everything else that we have, I need you to tell us, is this a good company? Should we trust this company? And is this a good price? So,
wow.
you
Wow.
know, what we are suggesting, we have a prompt that we are sending all of our clients. And what it is it's going to tell them what ChatGPT is going to say about them before they ever go into the homeowner, and lay it out for the homeowner so the homeowner can do it. So
Wow.
now we know what it is, but we also have a prompt based on their presentation and their organization. These are the new objections that are about to come up based on the homeowner running it through Chat GPT.
Wow. So
So
you're, yeah,
we are the only coaching organization right now that are gearing these larger organizations. We're gearing them up for the new era of buying, which is through AI.
whoa, 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 whoa. That's a perfect segue into that, which is let's pull AI into this conversation, right? Which is yeah, exact. That's a huge insight. How is AI going to change how people buy? You've already started talking about that right now. Um, I mean, if you don't want to give away too many inside secrets there,
No,
but
no, we give it all away. It's fine.
how else is AI going to affect buying behaviors?
So more and more customers are trusting AI. They shouldn't, but they're trusting AI to make their decisions for them.
Mm, mm,
And the funny thing about AI is how AI works is really what do they call this? Somebody mentioned it the other day, but AI gives best guess in many ways.
mm, mm,
And
yeah.
so it just takes the information it's given
Mm,
and takes it through a simple logic.
mm-hmm,
And everything is based on the prompt that homeowner gives them. So
mm,
if the homeowner says, here's the transcription and what we're looking for, we're just looking for a roof. And so, can you tell us if this is a good deal or not?
mm,
That is the worst prompt that could
mm,
ever be put into AI.
mm,
Can you tell
mm,
me if this is a good deal or not?
mm, mm.
Based on what?
Yeah, right.
And what information are they wanting to see?
Mm,
Yeah, Martha, sounds good to me, is not going to come back.
mm, mm,
So what we do is we give them we arm the contractor with a prompt,
mm,
and we're going to ask, hey, and I know you need to think about this, and we'll go through it. But if we can't get them to the point where we can deal with the money, that
mm,
something else is out there,
mm,
and say, could it be that what you're looking to do is send this through, say, Chat GPT? And that homeowner, I mean, the smile on their face, we've seen this, the smile on their face, and it says everything we need to know. Say, that's what I thought. You know, I've got a prompt, because what most customers fight with is they don't know what to ask Chat GPT. And
mm,
so we have a very unbiased way of asking. I
mm,
have no idea if it's going to tell me that I did a great job, just like you're going to tell me, I'm sure, Martha, or if the my deal is a better deal than maybe somebody else's. And so I want to give you a prompt that helps you. And please read through the prompt before you put it in. You'll see that it is completely unbiased. But what this is doing, and what the homeowner doesn't know, is we're training these organizations on how to pitch based on this prompt.
mm,
So now their phone and the transcription that is going to be uploaded, it's not the prompt that we tip the scales on, it's how we're giving the
mm, mm.
transcription. It's
Wow.
the way that I'm going to teach them how to talk before they upload that prompt, even.
Wow. I think for Christian contractors listening right now, I think I've barely thought about this, let alone many, many home service professionals that have not thought about this at all. That, yeah, it's homeowners are going to want to bounce this off of AI, whether it's ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever their LLM of choice is, that is going to influence the behavior. And the idea that popped in my head was, yeah, how do we control that narrative? And that's exactly what you've done. Is that we already know that's going to happen. So what's our strategy? So I heard before AI came out was there's a tool that will look up, average pricing of hundreds, if not thousands, of roofers in the local area. So it's kind of like, hey, I know you want to get three other bids. Let me do you one better. Let me search hundreds of roofing companies, so that way you can understand where we actually sit in the cycle and why dollar for dollar we're the best value. This is like the next level of like, hey, let me do you one better. I know you're probably going to need to look this up on ChatGPT. Let me do you one better. And here, let me give you a completely unbiased prompt that's going to serve you the best. And with your training, you're coming in already knowing that's going to be the direction that we're going to be headed. So everything you've asked, everything you've presented is going to fit perfectly into what's going to come out on the other end of that prompt.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy moly. I don't think I've heard anybody talking about that. I mean, it's going to be
This is the
common
research
practice.
that we're doing right now. And it's not just coming out of us, it's our partnerships.
Mm,
I mean, we have partners that are deep to AI, so much deeper than we will ever know. And we go at them and say, hey, would you give us access to your engineers for an hour? And
mm,
it's like, well, let me ask, And so we have our access with them. We put it over to them as this is the issue that we're starting to see. Where do we need to go from here? And then we're getting all this feedback.
mm,
And so
mm,
we're taking that, we're putting it into action. Then we test it. We test it with certain organizations that are using things like Zero,
mm.
and it's coming back with very favorable outcomes.
Wow.
Some, there's others that we test. It's like, okay, that one didn't work.
Wow. Wow. And this is just a little snippet of what you get when you're part of the Top Rep family.
It really is. I mean, if you're in that membership, you get everything. We don't hold anything back. It's not like, well, if you come into one on one, we actually, when you think of one on one coaching, we'll actually deter you from one on one because we only have so much time,
Mm-hmm.
and we do not load down our coaches. We don't have 50 coaches. We only bring in coaches that we know can make an impact and
Mm,
that are all in for the client. And so when you come in, you'll see why. When you get a chance to work with our coaches, you'll get a chance to see why we hired them. It's
wow.
not just because they had a really good year.
Yeah, 100%. Wow. Well, so for listeners listening in right now, when you join the membership, you're going to be able to start learning about how AI is going to affect your sales process. I mean, it's going to affect the buying behaviors. That's 100% guaranteed. It already is. Have you adjusted? When you join Top Rep, you're going to be able to start. I mean, I'm sure we're only scratching the surface, and this iceberg goes deep. So, like, I would say definitely recommending you guys to check him out. So, couple of questions before we sign out for today. I really appreciate your time. I know it's extremely valuable. So, first one is what's the future for Chuck Thokey look like? What gets you excited? And what gets you excited for the future?
What gets us excited is the new advancements coming. Most trainers and coaches are really scared with AI. They're thinking that, oh, it's going to put us out of business. To me, it's allowing us to advance so much faster than ever before.
Mm,
Coaches are stale because they were allowed to be for many years.
mm,
And so with the new advancements coming in and things that we're learning and the research that we have been able to pull up, I mean, we're advancing faster than ever before. So
wow.
I can't, it's hard when you're like, oh, what's the future look like? I can give you the 5 year, but it'll change in 5 minutes.
Woo, man, that
Yeah.
profound. That's truth right there. And okay, okay. That's amazing. And that's the mindset that we all need to have is you're either gonna adapt or die. So I mean, let's be real. Let's hop on the wave, go with it, and learn how it's gonna 10x and multiply what we're doing. The way that I've talked to my team about this is it's like putting in, an avatar where they wear those suits, the like army, the military. That's like AI. It's gonna multiply and amplify you times 10 or 100x. It doesn't need
Yeah.
to eliminate people, but it does need a supercharge. And if you don't get supercharged, I mean, every team company is going to be expecting that. So we all need to learn it. It's just like learning how to use a calculator or a computer. Everybody knows how to use a computer now. At first, they were doomsday. I'm sure, oh, get rid of these computers. And now everybody uses it. And we can accomplish so much more than sending postage mail. We can send emails and do all the things. And so AI is just going to help us grow. So that's exciting. That's an exciting future to see what Top Rep's going to bring to the table. I know if anyone's going to do it really well, it's going to be you guys. So I'm excited to see the advancements. I'm sure there's going to be some crazy things. I hope to be a small part, a piece of, or at least be able to see the journey. of where it's going to go, because that's going to be very exciting. So, last question for our Christian contractors listening in right now. If you had one piece of advice, if today was your last day on the planet and you had to leave one piece of advice to leave with all the top reps of the nation, what would that piece of advice be?
It sounds simple, but stay coachable.
Mm,
You know, stay coachable, be a student, and then just, having that growth mindset, it is so valuable,
mm,
of just understanding there's always something better, someone better, and learn from them. Don't compete with them, learn from them.
mm. Wow. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Chuck, such great advice. When you're coachable, that opens all the doors, right? You can't open any doors when you have that glass ceiling. And so that's profound. And it's the the best truths are the most simple, right?
It
Um,
is.
so amazing, Chuck. Thank you so much for your time today. Where can people find you? I know there's going to be listeners that are tuning in right now that are, man, how do I learn more about this membership, this one-on-one coaching? Once again, where can people find you and get more information?
You can jump on our website, which is topreptraining.com, or what most people do is get onto social media and look up Top Rep, and we're all over social media.
Amazing. Everybody, check him out. Top Rep. Thank you so much for tuning into the Christian Contractor Podcast. I'm Brandon Guthrie with Dream Design Labs. If you're a Christian contractor that wants to grow your business in the name of God, learn how we do just that at go.dreamdesignlabs.com/apply. Check it out. It's free, and I guarantee you'll get great value from the content. Remember, marketing doesn't have to be hard. All you need is the right tools and the right heart to serve. Till next time, stay blessed. Chuck, thank you so, so, so much for being here. I hope that we get another episode to be able to dive deeper into what's coming next.
Anytime, Brandon. Thank you.